Democrats caught paying protesters at SCOTUS hearing. Trump gives them nasty surprise, by Rebecca DeCirio, Politics U.S. News for MadWorldNews.com. Democrats, like Senator Cory Booker, claim the so-called protesters at the SCOTUS hearings are democracy in action, quote. Now we have evidence this is not about democracy. It's about screwing President Donald Trump at any cost. In fact, we have eyewitnesses that took pics of big-name protesters like Trump hater Linda Sarsour with the money people giving out wads of cash. And that's when the president gave them all a nasty surprise. 3 Texas doctors traveled to Washington, D.C. to attend SCOTUS hearings. We reported on that yesterday. Instead, what they found will blow your mind. Real Clear Politics reports author and commentator Adam W. Schindler interviews 3 Texas doctors who traveled to Washington, D.C. to attend the confirmation hearing for Judge Brett Kavanaugh. While waiting online, they say they witnessed protesters being paid in cash to cause trouble in the hearing and in the public line to get in. Tuesday on Capitol Hill, Dr. Tom Schluter from Texas reports that he witnessed waiting in line, saying one thing was there were people who had come along who had a bag of money, and people would hand them a piece of paper and then they would give them money. So we know money was exchanged for some of the people to be here just to protest. He added there was no depth to what their understanding. They were just here to be a disruption protesters, to be disruption protesters. They were actually told, we heard them say this, when you go in, we want you to yell, to scream, and even possibly to get arrested. So that was some of the processes we saw happening. Dr. Chris Dundas from Corpus Christi in Texas was also a witness. He said, I gotta tell you, it was very sad. This is a very time-honored institution. In the past, and these young people, mostly young people, but some old people, they seem to have no heartfelt convictions about why they are here. If you have to pay somebody to protest, that's a good tell. Being arrested and being proud of it. Some women came back from these hearings, and they seemed disappointed that they were not arrested. Yeah, because they'll probably pay them more. Dr. Morton Purvis from Arlington, Texas said the experience I shared with these other guys was quite an enlightening one. I took off my credentials and walked among the people to get more information and be more acceptable to those around us. He added the most telling thing was listening to them giving names and addresses. So when they were arrested, they were keeping a record and celebrating who got arrested, without any regard for any open discussion or even the possibility of being convinced of anything. It was just for the purpose of disruption and to have some kind of disruption of the process. Adam W. Schindler also got a pic of pro-Sharia law Linda Sarsour, as Mark Dice would call her, with the money bags people, and he tweeted it out, posting, "Look who joined the party today." Contrary to Cory Booker, this was not democracy in action, it's paid activism in action, which I suppose is a certain kind of democracy, just not the kind this Texan thinks is beneficial. Hashtag Kavanaugh confirmation hearing. Absolutely. Well, this is extremely disturbing. Most people believe the money is probably coming from George Soros, Mr. Moneybags himself, who loves to fund these leftist nut jobs to protest. Luckily, President Trump has a big, nasty surprise for these losers. No matter what they do, Brett Kavanaugh will be confirmed to SCOTUS. These hearings are just a formality at this point. The Democrats are spinning their wheels. They know they don't have a chance in hell at stopping this Trump nomination to the Supreme Court. But what we need to do is make sure as many patriots as possible get this information, because this is how they will try to win elections, by fraud, in the near future. That's the only way they could possibly try to win an election. Yeah, unbelievable. It's quite disturbing that people would actually sell out the country like that. So, maybe that's why they don't blame Hillary, because they're sellouts themselves. So that's why they're in love with Hillary and don't want to listen to a word that she sold out our country. At least try to sell most of it, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.